number of changes were made. Then there's a picture of Asia, little ballerina Asia, that's up there. And she's now, 2 years and 3 months. So she's growing. God, she's growing fast. But
Wow.
couldn't resist. And then another photograph. That's Dolly, one of our 3 cats. And Dolly versus a native Filipino cat. She's actually been to the U.S. and back to the Philippines, so she's done the equivalent of flying around the world. And Aaron caught Dolly mid-air. Now that's hard to do with a cat. You just gotta get lucky when you take a picture. And boy, did she get lucky. Well, that's a mid-air shot of Dolly, and then the other shot is here in my little studio. You will see Dolly. It's hard to keep track of the switches, the buttons, and everything else because, as you can clearly see when you look at the photograph, Dolly, being a Filipino, likes warm stuff. And so Dolly comes into the studio and she curls up on my microphone equalizer and my control setup here. And pushes buttons, changes knobs, does all kinds of things, and you can clearly see why in that photograph. So there are 4 new photographs up there for you to see this evening. Now, after how many years? I have received permission from the administration of the building in which I live, the condominium building, to put an antenna on the roof. And so I've ordered the antenna through Bob Crane, thank you, Bob. And it is on the way, currently being held, I think, by the National Telecommunications Commission, probably examining it, wondering what the heck it's for. But soon I'm going to be able to put up an amateur radio antenna, vertical antenna, as a matter of fact, and I have high hopes of talking to the United States. But the other big news that I want to report before I even get into the news is from Amateur Radio Newsline. This is scary stuff, as I'm sure you've been told by a lot of talk hosts. The sunspots are disappearing. We have sunspots in the 11-year cycle. Let me read you what's written. This is scary stuff in Amateur Radio Newsline. Are sunspots disappearing for good? 2 solar researchers, well respected, say indeed it is the case. Most ham users know there is a direct correlation between sunspots and high-frequency propagation conditions. In general, the more sunspots there are, the more DX, that means distant stations, are going to be able to work. This usually happens in 11-year cycles, with the last solar maximum taking place in the year 2000. In the current cycle, which is cycle 24, should peak in roughly next year, 2010. Only one problem. There have been few sunspots this year and very little easy-to-work DX, meaning distant stations again. And now, there may be an answer as to why. SpaceWeather.com is reporting that astronomers Bill Livingston and Matt Penn of the National Solar Observatory in Tucson, Arizona, have found that sunspot magnetic fields are definitely waning. Not only that, they say that sunspots could completely disappear within decades. What the? Livingston and Penn have been measuring solar magnetism since 1992. Their technique is based on a complex system called the Zeeman splitting of infrared spectral lines emitted by ion atoms in the vicinity of sunspots. Now that they reached their conclusion by extrapolating their already collected data into the future. So in other words, they're saying it may be the end of sunspots forever. Now, that certainly would have an impact on amateur radio, it would have an impact on communications of many sorts across the world. And eventually, I suppose, if they completely disappear, mean HF activity, high frequency activity as we understand it, is toast forever. Forever. Now I can understand a solar minimum and a very meek, weak, pathetic solar cycle, but ever, God. So I was kind of sided with that. I hope that's not true, but they're well respected and they know what they're talking about, I guess. All right, a little bit of news. California wildfires again this year, as usual. Wildfires threatening 12,000 suburban homes. Rained ash on cars as far away as downtown LA on Sunday, spreading in all directions. Hot, dry conditions as usual. The governor, Schwarzenegger, urging those on fire's path to get the heck out. An eighth person now has died in an attack in a Georgia mobile home. Lynn County Police Chief Matt Doring identified the victim as 19-year-old Michael Turner. He was one of the two people critically injured in the attacks in Brunswick along the Georgia coast. A ninth hospitalized. Japan's in trouble. We thought our economy was in trouble. Japan's in real trouble. So much trouble economically. It looks as though the opposition party's going to win and rip the election away from those who have held power. It usually does happen when the pocketbooks hurt. The U.S. military packing up to lead Iraq, what has been deemed the largest movement of manpower and equipment in modern military history. Shipping out more than 1.5 million pieces of equipment from tanks to antennas. Gosh, guys, if you don't want those anymore, I have a home for them, along with a force the size of a small city. Big hurricane probably going to hit Mexico's coast, Pacific coast, Sunday. That would be a Category 4. Look out. The president of Colombia has the swine flu. And officials are contacting other South American governments whose leaders attended a summit last week with the Colombian leader. He's 57 years old. He began feeling symptoms on Friday, same day as the meeting of South American presidents. So who knows, nearly, well, not all, but many of them can also have H1N1. Space Shuttle Discovery pulled right up and docked at the International Space Station Sunday night, delivering a full load of gear and science experiments. Breakup occurred as spacecraft zoomed in more than 200 miles above the Atlantic and ended a round-the-world chase of nearly 2 days. First thing the shuttle has to do when they get out there is check for damage. That's when you know you've got an aging spacecraft. And the first thing they have to do in orbit is look for how many tiles flipped off. All right, we've got some other news that I want to get to, and we will do that in a moment. I have no idea how come I'm following the article. It says more Brits believe in ghosts and aliens than in God. My goodness. On the other hand, I thought I had seen everything. And I thought I had seen the U.S. really bleed up in the high 90s or something percent, and maybe it's just the British, but the nation's beliefs are changing. The British, that is, according to new research. 58% of Brits stating they believe in aliens and ghosts, as compared to 54% who confirmed their belief in God. Shaking off the skeptical stereotype that haunts the nation, it emerged that 51% of Brits class themselves as believers in a study which assessed the UK's views on the paranormal. Now, this was done for the X-Files, so I suppose you could think it might be tainted, but it was a nationwide survey. And again, 58% of British say they believe in aliens and ghosts, and only 54% believe in God. Now, that blows my mind. And I've always thought, doesn't one suggest the other? If you believe in ghosts, then you already believe in some some sort of existence after death. How could you not believe it? I rolled this around in my mind for a long time, and you should too. More people believing in ghosts, goblins, and aliens than in God. In England. Just how does that happen? Here's kind of a breakdown. 51% Brits class themselves as believers in something. 59% support the existence of ghosts and aliens. 37% of people surveyed put aliens and ghosts at the top of their belief system. Men more skeptical than women. Good for you guys. The biggest believers were those aged 21 to 30, 62%. The most skeptical were those over 60, hooray for us. 45% categorically stating they do not believe in ghosts or aliens. A survey conducted by 72 Point to coincide with the DVD release of The X-Files I Want to Believe, and 3,000 people in Britain took part in if they were asked if they were X-Files fans first. Under the category of I See Dead People, this article, on the face of things, Anthony, just a 10-year-old boy from Massachusetts, is like any other well-adjusted American boy. Likes to play games with friends, has a quick smile on the football field, appreciates the thrill of a good tackle. Behavioral therapist Shannon Simpson tells how Pablo can control his visions. If someone's running the ball, he said, or if it's like a throw and a gut tip, it's a really, really, really good feeling. About 5 years ago, the All-American began saying that he was having experiences that set him apart from his peers. He began to communicate with people he had never met. People he would never meet, in fact. Anthony began to communicate, he says, with the dead. They kind of show a little bit of what happened and what they used to look like when they were hurt, he said. Anthony's mom, Lisa, said he began appearing in their bedroom at night when he was 5. I couldn't do that, but Anthony said, why? Or Anthony's mom said, why don't you want to sleep in your room? And she recalled asking him and getting the same response each time. He would say, I don't know, Mom, I'm hearing voices and people are talking to me. It's just kind of loud and noisy in there. As unusual as his experience seems, Anthony is not alone. Other children and young teens across the USA, they have had paranormal encounters or psychic powers of some sort. They see phantoms or spirits, and they talk to them. Their accounts are so remarkable that the adults around them are skeptical at first, as though they may become entirely convinced. And I am convinced that children, possibly animals, cats, and who knows, dogs, can see spirits. I know it sounds crazy, but my own daughter, Asia, this is no joke, I swear to you, it's true, folks. You know, we'll have her in on the bed in the master bedroom, playing with us, playing bed. And she will constantly look up at the ceiling and wave and say, hi, and she's looking up there, and I try to divert her attention to something else, and no. It's not a young lady who does this sort of thing, doesn't have imaginary friends, unless this is a case of that. But whoever they are, whatever they are, they're on the ceiling. And she is totally, completely aware of them. I'm telling you, she waves and says, hi, and this goes on and on and on, to the point where the hair on the back of your neck begins to stand up. Now, maybe it's something that nearly all children have, and then at some point, as the real world closes in on you, you lose. I don't know. But what I'm telling you is true. And it's really disconcerting to be in there trying to play with her, trying to get her attention, when her attention is instead on the ceiling. Hi. So, there's something. Shooting the moon. The aim is to see whether any traces of water will be revealed by the disruption caused the planet's surface. NASA will analyze the space cloud caused by the explosion for any sign of water or vapor. Scientists expect the impact to blast out a huge cloud of dust gas and vaporize water ice at least 6 miles high. The whole mess should be easily visible from Earth. If the search is successful, it could certainly provide vital supplies for a moon base. Moon, is mostly dry desert, but ice may be trapped in craters which never see sunlight. We're going to find out. Young man, Lunar Crater Observation and Sensing Satellite, or LCROSS, will fire a Centaur rocket right into the surface at twice the speed of a bullet. Boom! An accompanying spacecraft will orbit the moon for a year looking for possible landing sites for astronauts. The Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter will spend at least a year creating the most minutely detailed map of the moon's surface ever seen. Well, if somebody's in there, they're liable to get very upset as we begin firing missiles at the moon. By the way, over here in this part of the world, 2 huge, rotating, glowing, mist-shrouded, mothership-type UFOs have been seen by millions of residents in the Chinese cities and regions of Shanghai, Zitai, Ren County, South County, as well as Yongyang County. I'm sure I slaughtered those names. The event occurred on the evening of 20 August, beginning around 8:30 p.m. You just don't hear about other countries in the United States, do you? But I thought you'd enjoy this. This is over here in Asia. The UFO craft hovered above, making large circles over the area for about 2 hours and had locals terrified. Police received thousands of calls regarding UFOs and various government authorities have rushed to the area to investigate further. Officials have offered explanations, of course. What do you think they said? What do you think the Chinese said to the Chinese people? First they said it was a laser light show. Then they said it was a bizarre weather pattern. Remember the bizarre weather pattern stories? Swamp gas and such. Interestingly, China's mainstream media outlets conceded that many witnesses who saw the UFOs were certain it was neither of those things, or for that matter, anything else from Earth. The event has been widely reported by the media within China. However, I would kind of bet that you didn't hear anything about it. I could be wrong. It may be that somebody dug up a fairly obscure item from China and reported it to you on Coast to Coast, but generally, I doubt it made the New York Times. Anything like that. All right, we're going to take a break, and then we're going to take some open line, unscreened calls if the world electronics will comply. It is nothing short of a miracle, in my opinion, remarkable, that we're able to do a long-form radio talk show from one side of the world to the other. And we really are on opposite sides of the world. I mean, and I'm kind of a technological geek, but even I am shocked, surprised pleasantly, and just sort of blown away at the fact that I can sit here and chat with you from one side of the world to the other. Bear in mind, it's afternoon here, probably about 45 minutes before 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Might as well be midnight, though, because I have mini blinds, and I close the curtains, and I set the mood for myself, because we really are a nighttime show. So for all the world to know in here, it's middle of the night. And also, if you detect something unusual in my voice, I have another code. I'm sampling all. It happens every time I come to Southeast Asia. I sample all of the Southeast Asian viruses. Oh, one more thing. I still have email. You can still get hold of me, and I am doing my dead level best to answer all the emails that are sent. Sometimes that's not down to impossible, but I'm doing what I can. I am Mark Bell at mindspring.com. That's ARTBELL at mindspring.com. So best to answer it. Art Bell, ARTBELL at mindspring.com. We'll be right back with open lines. All right, let's do it as promised, unscreened, open lines coming up now. First time caller line. If I can press the button correctly, let's see. Let's try it again here. Yes, you're on the air. First time caller line.
Hello, Art. This is Hugo from San Francisco.
How you doing?
Pretty good yourself.
Oh, fine.
Yeah,
Say the
to
call.
get your take on the H1N1 swine flu thing.
Yeah. Well, it scares me. As simple as that. We've got it here now in the Philippines, as you got it there. So it's, come all over the world now. Big fear for everybody. And remember, when you have summer there, we're having winter here. So if it was going to change and suddenly become horrible in the fall, as a lot of people are worried, I've heard talk about that it's going to change in the fall. It's going to be horrible, even though it's not killing that many people yet. It is essentially that time of the year here, we call it the rainy season, and that has not happened. So, I don't know what's my take. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'll pray for everybody this coming winter.
Has there been any uptick as far as people living in Australia or New Zealand? Have you heard that?
No, it's pretty much everywhere. I think now, and as I mentioned to you, unless it goes through a change and becomes very deadly very suddenly, and if it does that, I'm hiding. How about you?
Well, I do the same. I mean, I read recently about within last week that somewhere in Latin America that they had found the virus in turkeys. And I guess this thing, I haven't watched much news lately, but it sort of is in the back of my mind because I know it's been similar things that sort of Spanish flu that attacked the young people who have really healthy immunities. Well, I'm not a scaremonger, right? Look at that. Well, that is definitely different than regular flu that kills people.
Well, let me ask you a question along with everybody else who's listening. If this thing morphs into something extremely deadly, I believe the big danger is that there's this storm. Your own immune system produces a storm. Your lungs fill with liquid and you expire. That's how you die. If this thing gets loose and starts killing a lot of people, what are you personally going to do?
Well, I'm not exactly sure I would know what to do, but I think, I live in a big urban area. I think I would need to stay put for quite a long time. I could work from home. People are still working, and that's not good. Might be a period of time where people just have to sort of hunker down and be at home for a while and ride it out.
I started wondering about a funny thing, which I'll tell you about a little while ago, and that was this. Everybody got scared when the first round of virus made its way, which it's doing right now. And, after hiding for a while and thinking, I thought, hey, maybe these people are right, and it's going to turn deadly. Maybe it's better to get it now and be immune later.
I'm actually curious, and I'd like to put this out to your other callers, because I was born in 1979, and I understand there were some other swine flu or other major pandemic outbreaks in the late 50s and I think the 1980s. I'm curious for anybody that lived through that, what they experienced and how they dealt with the situation.
Okay, very good. I was actually alive during that time, but I don't really remember. I'm told that those who are older, myself, born in 45, may have some immunity that is left over somehow from the 1918 round of swine flu. I don't know if that's true, but I It's true. All right, let's go to the west of the Rockies line and say good morning. You're on Coast to Coast AM. Hello.
Hello? Oh, that's all right.
Yes.
You're recording.
No, I'm not recording. Turn your radio off, though.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know if Mr. Bell wanted to just talk about only the H1N flu, or if he was interested in speaking about, he was talking about his daughter's opinion, someone at the ceiling and waiting.
Well, first of all, the temptation is to get you, but I am Mr. Bell.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bell.
See, I directly answer. There's no screener or anything. I just directly answer the phone. So, no, you can talk about. It's not interesting and a little freaky. I'm telling you, as I told you, my daughter just does it all the time. She'll look at the ceiling in the bedroom and say, hi. You know, it's like somebody's waving back at her.
There's just something so mysterious about that, and I would be curious to know if any of your listeners would know if anyone had done any really serious studies on that, or if there was any real good information about that, because I expect that the child had some connection to some other existence that we perhaps have forgotten.
Here's what I think the problem is. By the time a child is old enough to have good flowing communication, they've already forgotten about their little friend on the ceiling or wherever that friend is. And, you change. I mean, the child is exposed to the world and it gets tougher and tougher and tougher. And pretty soon, you forget about the things that are supposed to be impossible.
There are barriers apparently set up from all directions. They tell me that when I was a child, I had an imaginary friend that I spoke to. I have no recollection of that whatsoever.
That's exactly my point. Exactly my point. So either it's an ability you have when you're young, or it's an ability that the harsh world sort of beats out of you by telling you what's impossible. I don't know. But I promise you, it was as real could be. I tried to distract her. And it's been day after day after day after day as well. Hi. Smiling, staring at the ceiling like somebody's making faces back at her and stuff. It's weird.
Oh boy, one instance, my daughter, it looks like that, when someone is thinking, their eyes appear to be looking inward, and there's no recognition of the outside world. And I remember she very slowly and impulsively said, and she was simply more than about 2 years old, she told me very solemnly that her father, and then she hesitated, and then she said the whole sentence, my father and my brother, and then she almost whispered it, but I never could figure that out. It stayed with me my whole little life.
All right, well, I have no answers for you. I very, very much appreciate your call and your response to it. And I'm telling you, it is just as strange could be. I would bet serious amounts of money that she's really talking to somebody, that she really sees somebody. I know how her attention goes, and I know when it's real, and I know when she's just playing. And I absolutely guarantee you, she was not playing. Let's go east of the Rockies. And so good morning. You're on the air. Coast to Coast AM. I'm Rick Bell. Proceed.
Is it good afternoon over there?
It's afternoon, but it doesn't matter.
All right, hey, how you doing?
Hey, Jim.
Hey, I was wondering if you looked at that preview for that 2012 movie that's coming up. Do you know much about that?
I did see the preview. Is that the one where there's a monk up very high and on a mountain and the water comes rushing in? That one?
I don't know if I saw the same trailer. Maybe you may have seen a different one. But is it not the same production company that did the Day After Tomorrow? Do you know about that?
It is, yes. Roland Emmerich is involved.
Okay, you haven't pre-screened it or previewed it or anything?
No, I'm here in the Philippines.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty good. And if it was as good a production as the day after, it ought to be great. You know.
Well, thank you. Roland is very supportive.
Yeah. The 2012. That's a pretty interesting topic. What's your take on it?
Okay, so as I mentioned, and I'll mention it one more time, I'm not sure we've got through, Roland Emmerich made the day after tomorrow from that Whitney Street and myself wrote, and he was very supportive about the movie and really would not even give us a copy of it. I had to go to New York premiere to see it. So there you go. That's just the way he is. And I don't blame him because in this day and age, movies sort of leak a lot. Let's try and go to a wildcard line. You're on the air. Good morning.
Mark, I can't believe I'm talking to you. I've been trying to get through for years.
Well, you have now made it. Where are you?
I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana. I just wanted to call about the swine flu. Me and my friends have been following it. We're kind of young. We're in our mid-20s, and we all pretty much think that this shot is going to be what's in the flu.
Well, I know. I'm seeing a lot of stuff. There's a lot of people opposed to immunizations of any kind. I'm not one of them. I think that for the most part, they protect a lot more people than they hurt. That's not to say they don't hurt some people, and there's a downside to everything, but I'm trying not to pay attention to all the scare stuff.
Yeah, it just worries me that they're rushing the production so much, and I don't think they're going to, have enough tested inventory here a little bit.
Well, so what are you going to do? You're going to refuse?
Yes, I'll take my chances with chicken noodle soup, just try and get through like a normal flu.
Yeah. By the way, is any chicken noodle soup okay? Any candles? That's fine.
Well, yeah, as long as you don't make it with the tap water that's got the chloride in it,
There's always something, isn't there? I tell you, this swine flu stuff is kind of scary, and maybe what you want to do is let the first round of vaccinations take place and watch those people very carefully.
Yeah.
Because the general flu vaccinations do seem to work, kind of.
Well, yeah, the annual flu shot, yeah, I don't know. I've never gotten any of those now. I've always been adverse to those. I was hearing needles as a little kid, and I don't know that.
Have you had the flu?
Oh, geez, not for years, really. And when I get it, it's usually not very bad. So I'm healthy for good luck. I don't know.
All right, partner. Well, good luck to you is all I can say. I think that my inclination would be to watch the first round of flu shots. Not that that's going to do you the entire story, because it could well be that, they won't figure out until, I think, as George Carlin once said, a year or two later, one leg gets shorter than the other. Then what? Then we go to this wild card line and say, top of the morning, you're on Coast to Coast AM.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Where are you, sir?
I'm rolling past Lake Forest Oasis in Chicago, Illinois.
All right. Welcome to the program. What's up?
Well, your comment about your daughter reminded me of an episode for my son. He's now 3.5, and about the time he started walking, so I suppose about a year, 14 months or so, he would make this real high-pitched kind of squeal little noise when he wanted to grab somebody's attention. And my wife was doing the dishes, had her back turned to him, and he had his back turned to him, or to my wife, was turned around and had his arms raised up like he wanted to be picked up. And it was making this little noise that he did. And my son was born about 6 months after my mother passed away. So it's always been my thought that my mother is watching over him.
I think it's entirely possible. I guess I don't have a lot of British in me, but I swear to you, sir, I watch my daughter very carefully, and she's my joy, my absolute joy. And she's seen somebody. I mean, there's something about you. Hear me when I tell you. She's seen somebody. Not only is she seeing somebody, but she is continually responding to somebody. I have a hard enough time getting her to say hi to me, or to mom. But whoever this is persistent and repetitive because it's again and again. Hi. Constantly going on. Now that there is something there on the ceiling other than ceiling dirt. So, who knows? It's a strange life, isn't it? First time caller line, you are on the air, top of the morning, or whatever.
I'm Deputy Mr. Bell. How are you today?
Just fine, thank you.
Got scenarios I'm flying through. Say there's countries in the world that put a mandatory vaccination shot. Everyone has to get it. Would you put it past these countries to implant tracking chips into us?
Well, I wouldn't put it past the government to do such a thing, but I would think that there'd be very little point. I mean, I don't know what kind of wildlife you need, but why would the government want to track you?
I don't live a wildlife whatsoever. It's just being able to be free. Who wouldn't want to have that kind of power? Last thing is,
You have a great day, too. Thank you very much. And would I put it past the government to do? No, I wouldn't. Not if they had a good solid reason in their estimation. But I'd make mine out. We'll be right back. Indeed, by the way, here in the Philippines, today is a national holiday. Just noting it is Heroes Day in the Philippines, so it's very quiet. The girls are going off to a mall, and so they're shopping. Kevin knows what they're going to return with. All right, a real treat coming up here in a moment. Dr. Bart Costco is my word brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. Professor of electrical engineering at the University of Southern California and a lawyer licensed in California and the federal courts. He holds degrees in philosophy, economics, mathematics, electrical engineering, and law, having worked as a law clerk for the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office. When did he ever get out of school? Dr. Costco is an elected governor of the International Neural Network Society. He's chaired several international conferences on neural and fuzzy systems conferences, chairs USC's Intellectual Property Committee through the Academic Senate, sits on the editorial board of several scientific and mathematical journals, has published well over 100 scientific papers, and has published several popular essays in venues from Scientific American to the New York Times, and is a frequent contributor to the opinion pages of the Los Angeles Times. Dr. Costco is author of several textbooks, the international bestseller Fuzzy Thinking, Heaven in a Chip, and the new one, the World War III novel, Nano Time. Gotta get a copy of that. His latest book is Noise. It's called Noise, and available through Viking Greenland. So I have adopted, everything's delayed over here a little bit, and so I'm going to have to figure out a way to get a copy of that. Perhaps my producer, if you're listening, Lisa, would be kind enough to fire off a copy of Noise. What do you say, Lisa? Anyway, in a moment, right back to Dr. Bart Costco. All right, Professor Costco, welcome back to Coast AM, my friend.
Good to be back, Art.
It really is good to have you. Tonight's topic, ostensibly, I guess, is artificial intelligence, and that's really going to be one of my favorites. So let's talk a little bit about artificial intelligence. How does one define when you have achieved true artificial, or maybe I just should ask you to define it. What is artificial intelligence?
Art, I don't think there's a hard and fast fuzzy definition. I will recognize it when we see it sort of thing. Things that used to be considered artificial intelligence, you could see them
such as being able to do calculus on a computer, have long since been achieved. Volume computing, for example, or lots of voice recognition or image recognition. But in some sense, it's trying to get computers to take on human-like properties, not just of thinking, but in translation of creative images and which may precede thinking, and balance, and robotics, and those kinds of quote-unquote smart tasks.
All right, I heard somebody once say that you'll know you've arrived when a machine becomes self-aware. Is that one measure?
That's been said. In other words, when you look at that, it's what you mean by aware. It begs the question of what is consciousness, and we're still trying to figure that out. And a lot of these theories are older theories of mind and brain rely on what's called the homunculus, the idea that inside the brain there's an effect of a human being looking at a big movie screen, which is a perfectly good explanation, except now you're going to have to open up that little feature tab and find what's inside there, and usually goes all the way down to every breath. So I don't think something waking up being self-aware is a working or operational definition.
So you can have artificial intelligence without self-awareness.
I think that's the idea. I don't think a lot of us think that someday you will suddenly cross the line and the computer say, I'm here. Although a lot of excellent science fiction books and movies that postulate that kind of thing, like How the Computer 2001. I think it's incrementalism on all fronts, and just as much the sensory front as it is the cognitive front.
Of course, I recently rewatched AI, the movie, which I thought was really a good movie. It's good. Do you ever imagine, Dr. Castro, that we will arrive at a point where the kind of being that they depicted in AI, with the imprinting and all of that stuff, could actually exist? Are we headed there?
I think we're headed for robots that are very human-like. I have to tell you, Art, I think we disagree on this. I'm on the record, you can see on my webpage, an op-ed run around the world and in the LA Times. Specifically criticizing AI. I didn't like it. And with all due respect to Mr. Spielberg, who sits on the board of trustees of USC, my problem with it was still based on the idea of an animated doll, which is what a lot of robotics is. It's very much like the movie Metropolis from Chris Nolan, which is an excellent movie from the 1920s. But it misses the idea that, in fact, we're going to be more like computer chips and trying to make brains more like, chips more like brains. Computer chips operate so much more quickly and so much more powerful than they do. And that little robot kid in that movie would, in effect, see the world around him as frozen for maybe hundreds of thousands of years until somebody moved the micron. And it just didn't come across that way. It's more like almost a voodoo doll that was animated.
No, he was designed to love, right? Unconditionally.
And in particular, as a Pinocchio. Now, I must admit, I had to watch the movie several times before I figured out the ending. But it had some nice moments. But in terms of the technology, I don't think it was at all accurate.
Well, I mean, that's movies, but it was still, I think people were scrolling anyway. Well, obviously, that's all right.
Well, I have to, it's an odd thing, because my novel Nanotime, as you mentioned, grew out of, in effect, a rival film effort on Biosphere. Many, many years ago, the director, Oliver Stone, had read my book, Living Thinking, and to know him, and he called me up and asked me to write a treatment because he heard that Stanley Kubrick was making the movie AI. He wanted to consider doing a rival machine intelligence, so then he asked me to design a treatment, a basic pre-script kind of thing. The idea was the World War III in 2030 that had chips and brains and those things. And we tried quite badly to get that thing funded, but at the time we couldn't, and the special effects weren't there. So I wrote it as a novel. So I am biased in that regard.
Okay, well, that answers that. I mean, otherwise it was a great movie. So AI in computer science, this is different than AI in engineering, yes?
Yeah, absolutely. I would have called it MI, machine intelligence, and not traditional possible. And in AI and computer science, it's based more on programming and software. AI in engineering and the harder sciences is based more on numbers. So, for example, you get computer chips, cobalt, and things. In AI, you get often very powerful software, search trees, example diagnostic trees, what problems the car engine imagine what's wrong with you if you go to a doctor, they look this up. That's the big difference. And you can only go so far with software. You can't bring to bear the real power of modern mathematics on most simple sort. You can do that with numbers. And we've had a big split for at least 20 years.
If you look at this from an engineering perspective and you compare today's cutting-edge computer technology, wherever it is we are right now, I'm not even sure myself, and you compare that to the human brain, how far away are we, or are you unable to make such a comparison?
Now, we're pretty far away. In terms of raw processing, the brain has about 1 to 10 million columns of its own. They're stacked up neurons. They're stacked about a couple millimeters high, about half millimeters thick. And they may have 10,000 to 100,000 neurons per stack. And the argument is that we differ from rats in large measure by simply the number of such stacks that we have, not qualitatively by how they function. And to simulate that, there's a lot of effort that's led to the big one in Switzerland, backed by IBM, and it takes the full power of their computers to work away to just approximate the column of a human, one column of a human or rat. And it's still a long way from achieving that. If you try to do that right now for the entire brain, it would take many football fields of such IBM supercomputers. But because that computing power is speeding up exponentially in time, that's where we want to be going.
Yeah, Moore's law. Now, sure, if Moore's law remains in effect, in other words, if Moore, I think Moore himself fairly recently suggested that his own law may break down, and may break down pretty soon. What do you know about that?
I think he has quite rightly and cautiously said that at least every 10 years. People say that. I have a met with a colleague that the one who spend more years, the last 30 years. I recall people saying it won't last 30 years. But I think you could say it won't last with respect to today's technology. We can look at the alternatives coming on the pipeline, different kinds of molecular engineering, nanoengineering, and even a little farther out, quantum computing. There's lots of alternatives. There's massive, there's a large passive patent race, for example, to capture that as advanced as best they can with a lot of patent law. But I think that there's a lot of reasons to believe that will continue at least 10 years. I would think 20 or 30. Some people aren't too much further.
For those who don't know what Moore's law is, explain it.
It says, empirical trend, that the number of circuits or logic switches in effect on a chip doubles about every 2 years. It's been doing that at least since Moore first published about this in 1965. So we've just crossed the 44-year anniversary of Moore's law. Year in and year out. The thing there, Art, is most of us think more naturally about things increasing in a linear way, not doubling every 2 years. And so in a decade, things increase 30-fold. And 20 years, 1,000-fold. In 40 years, that's more than 1 million-fold. As opposed to a 40-fold increase or 50-fold increase.
So, what do you think? You think it can hold for another 10 years?
Oh, I think it'll be far beyond 10 years. In fact, if we really cross over properly into nanotechnology and quantum computing different ways, they could easily become more like doubling every year. But I don't see an end in sight right in our lifetime. We'll be wrong. If it did, it's likely to slow down in 3 or 4 years.
Okay, you're suggesting that to continue or even beat Moore's law, we're going to have to cross over to nanotechnology. How soon will we have to do that?
We're doing it right now. Many of the guys on the board, every issue of Nature almost has some latest finding either from nanotechnology or quantum computing. A lot of that's theoretical, but increasingly new devices are coming out. They get a real gold rush on scientists and engineers there, and eventually I think will be more corporate structure behind it. So the exact pathway nobody knows. It's just like the early days of neural networks, and like the early days of computation. I think no one really knew the direction of personal computers.
That's amazing. I don't know why in my mind, I thought we were kind of stuck with nanotechnology in the sense that they were able to manipulate, a little bit, and we've done some cutesy little things, and I know what IBM did and all the rest of it, but we're actually moving past that, you're suggesting, and we're moving into applications now, and it's full speed ahead with nanotechnology, or is there a hitch?
So no addition, it is full of all these moves, and certainly full speed ahead. That's a big field, and the more we look at it, the more things we find, and we rethink periodic tables. We really haven't explored devices and various properties. Most of them just in a very simple computer simulation. And then again, things like quantum computing, which kind of get around the problem of manipulating molecules to the extent that they do. So that's just taking off. I mean, it's becoming standardized. There's textbooks available these things. There are several conferences per year around the world, open labs, laboratories, and universities. The infrastructure has come in place substantially in the last 5 years.
I'm hearing that there are quite a few applications now in the nanotechnological world that are possibly even available right now. You know, paint, for example. I think we've talked about this before. That produces electricity when painted on a home. Pants that and shirts that do various things. Shirts that might stop bullets, that kind of thing.
That's something a lot of us have looked at. I have a favorite website of trying to design smarter nano-based, possibly nano-based, bulletproof vests. That is something more science fiction for the moment, but certainly in theory it's possible to do that. Lots of gadgets that evolve to clothes that are self-cleaning, clothes that we see developed in the Army, to protect against biological warfare, kill bacteria, and the usual properties of water heating off the way the mess is. That sort of thing is there. And what we haven't yet gotten, I think we will, is much smarter clothes. We have real sensory apparatus built into that into signal processing capability. There's lots of gadgets out there. There's also, I'm thinking, patents about how to use different kinds of nanotubes and other devices for circuits or logic systems. And again, from the gold rush.
All right. I'd be interested in the following. Most of us have personal computers. I try and stay, pretty much up on the latest. It's very expensive to do so with Moore's Law, chugging along. But if nanotechnology doesn't develop, and it might not. I mean, after all, 30 years ago, we were predicting by now we'd have robots in the house serving our every need, and that never came to pass. So if nanotechnology doesn't develop as you hope, then what? Because it really will stop, won't it? Future, big jumps in what was not Moore's Law.
It'll slow it down, and we're talking just about the rate at which it doubles. These things always double. Worst case, maybe it's every 10 years. And one good thing about that, people have pointed out, is given software needs to catch up with other devices. Your computer now is largely hollow. It's sitting there, unlike what it was 15, 20 years ago, because of Moore's Law. And it's in effect shrinking, getting smaller and smaller. That's why you can put more and more computing power in tinier and tinier devices.
What's going to be the hitch, even by today's standards? Is it this computational speed, or is it the amount of storage, or both?
Those things, there are noise factors, a lot of keys. Things are very different at that tiny level, quantum level. And various attempts to use carbon, for example, carbon nanotubes usually have problems with excess heat or controllability. Quantum electrons flow where you don't want them to flow, but there's all sorts of alternatives to fix that engineering problem. So heat's a problem. Inherent noise and random effects are a problem. At the same time, we're increasingly using those sorts of things as source of computation. I published a paper on my webpage in the High-Throughput Transactions of Nanotechnology in 2006, where we used the nanotube, a very tiny piece of carbon with like a zoomed in, 100,000 size of the hair, with like chicken wire roll up, used it to detect signals, and showed that the inherent noise in that world actually helps it detect better. It's like a little tiny antenna. And a small patch of those would have trillions of those antennas and massive signal processing capability.
We're going to talk about fuzzy logic, and I would like a good explanation, and I'm sure many people would, about what it seems to contradict itself. Fuzzy logic. What is it?
Fuzzy logic is just thinking in shades of gray. It is thinking more like humans, and in particular allowing software and computers to use that power. And so certainly has a device that has fuzzy logic in it, whether it's a camcorder or a microwave oven or several of the chips in your car have fuzzy logic programmed into it.
Give me an example of thinking in shades of gray as opposed to black or white.
Are you a friend or an enemy? Are you with us or against us? these kind of yes/no questions. Is it a recession or not? Are you in or out? These questions, if we cast in terms of probability, we usually like to cast in black or white. But in fact, most things are somewhere in between. If we have a pink rose and is it red or not, we can go either way on that. And the fuzzy approach, it might be 80% red and 20% not red. So that's very different. Binary logic that comes straight out of ancient Greece and Aristotle. The binary logic of either or. The logic of a switch.
Okay. Are home computers now capable of fuzzy thinking?
They can do fuzzy reasoning on a limited basis. Just as your car, if it has the fuzzy cruise control, can use it in that capacity. There's improved automatic transmission with a little fuzzy expert in there. But it's just a tiny piece of cognition. We don't have a big, massive fuzzy computer. They do have